Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you've been playing chess for a while, or you just got into it and you got yourself into this end game where you just have king and pawns and like one random minor piece together, with just the kings and pawns, it can feel like it's a complete draw. And depending on the certain situation or circumstance, even with an extra minor piece on both sides, you can still lock up the board pretty nicely if the pawns are in the right spots. Now I want to go over this game, this nice little instructive moment I had on stream not too long ago. We're in a game and I feel like it's a complete draw. And it was. Until my opponent got us into this position. Let's take a look. So in this position, I am playing one of our favorite viewers of the channel, and he's our in-house 2400, I would say a 2500 rated player, and we're playing a blitz game. You can see this is the position of the board where we got to at one point. I'm down to 46 seconds on the clock. Our opponent still has 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Obviously, white is under a lot of time pressure, and the only thing that we have going for ourselves is, I think, me as white, I'm able to lock up a draw. Against a 2400 rated player, I'll take a draw any day of the week. But in this position, white absolutely crushing black. If you want to take a moment to figure this out on your own, find the move and we'll continue with the video. All right, if you found the move here that's absolutely crushing for white, congratulations. Before I show you the best move in this position, let's move back a couple moves. Before this, we both had some bishops on the board. And the only reason why this was able to get set up was because black actually made a huge blunder by bringing his bishop down to e3 right here, and giving me the opportunity to take the bishop, take back, and now we're here in a position where you'll see very shortly, white is absolutely crushing. But I already see in this position that we're fine. We locked it up. None of the pawns can move. All of the pawns are locked up. Nothing can happen. The only pawns that can move are these B pawns. But as you see, if I were to move my B pawn, all he has to do is simply take in one way and he has a pass pawn. Same thing for black. If I was to do a nothing move and he doesn't take my bishop and he were to push the B pawn, all I have to do is take and I have a pass pawn, which could be a problem for black. The only move I really was considering here was, I see that he's offering me a trade of bishops, but I saw that once I took and he takes back and then I bring my king up to e2 to attack it, his king gets to go to f4 and then I have no moves, no good moves. I'm Zugzwant because once he goes to king f4, what can I do? We already discussed how I can't actually move this pawn because if I do, he gets to take and he has a pass pawn. So what would I have to do? I could only step back. I could step back, but it doesn't really matter. He gets to take my pawn. Now he has this pass pawn. And he can jam this down to the very end. I would sidestep, he would push. Again, I don't want to push this because then I can't protect both pawns. I come on over, he steps down here. He now has a guarded wall with his king, and I can't capture back once he does the inevitable pawn to e1, promoting it to a queen, and then winning the game. I knew that taking the bishop took me to an endgame where I'm completely lost. So what I did was I came up to king e2, offering him a trade of bishops. If he takes and I take, this is completely drawn because, again, we can't move our B pawns. My pawns are stopping his king from passing here, and this pawn over here is stopping him from passing here. So his king cannot come across this line at all. Likewise, for me, his pawns are blocking this, the third rank, and his pawn over here, blocking the third rank here, here, and here. So my king alternatively cannot pass a certain threshold as well. It's a complete draw. So it's a draw. So I know this game is completely drawn, and the only obvious move that I could see was this bishop takes, pawn takes, king up, king down, and then I'm losing. And that's how we played out. We just made a bunch of moves. He didn't take the bishop, but we did the 50 extra moves, and here we are. It's a draw. However, let's go back to that position of the game where we started with. Take a look at this. In this position, white is absolutely crushing. Let me show you the eval bar. White is winning by 6.6 points of material. Because when pawn takes, what I thought to do rather, was king to e2. And we are instantly losing. What other possible move do we have besides king e2? Because if we push this pawn, we're losing. If we push the b pawn, we're losing. And then after that, we have nothing else. We can't push the g pawn, we can't push the c pawn, and we can't push the a pawn. What else can we do? The only thing we can do, it must be a king move. But king e2, coming up here to put an attack on the pawn, is losing because of king f4. Take a look at this, guys. The best move, king e1. king e1. Because now the idea is, if we go off by the computer here, white is winning by 79 points of material. Don't know how that works. It's because we're doing the exact same thing to black as what black was going to do to me in my incorrect analysis. Now, if black were to do king f4, now we get to do the same thing that black could have done to us if we did the wrong move order. Because now we just step over here to king f2, and now black is Zugzwang. Again, he can't move any of these pawns. He doesn't want to move the b pawn because then we just have a passed pawn. So now he has to step away. He doesn't want to give up any space over here, but he has to. He has no choice. So he has to step back. Then I come over, and now the king and the pawns are working nicely. He can't come over here to stop the inevitable, me taking the g pawn in some way, pushing over here, or just walking over here to the b pawn. The computer analysis says king d6. White would simply go king e4. And then if we were to come down here, now we have a 2-to-1 pawn majority, and we're going to promote that pawn. So I thought this was such an interesting position, because in the beginning, all I saw was if we take the bishop, I take the pawn, and I come up here, we are getting Zugzwanged, and we have to go away. But the computer saw that we can just sidestep. And why this works is because there's an odd amount of squares in between both of our kings. And so I actually have the long distance opposition. So no matter what he does, I can come up, still keep the opposition. He's Zugzwanged. He can't keep defending this pawn. He has to step back. Now I get it. I have the opposition once again, and it's completely winning. But if I come up here, he gets the opposition. Black gets to force me into making a move I don't want to. And that's Zugzwanged. So I have to step back. He gets to take. I can only make this move. He pushes. I have to step out, and then he promotes. Wild game. Just an absolutely wild game. So interesting. But hey, you have to take your wins with your losses and take your draws when you do. I missed it. I still got a draw against this 2400 rated player, so I feel successful in that means. But it's just really cool to see that even in these games where it seemingly looks like everything's locked up and you have nowhere else to go, such a sneaky move. A simple king over to e1. Wow. But with 46 seconds on the clock, are you going to be able to find that? I wasn't able to. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. God bless. Peace. Bye.